Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Prey. If you remember last time, we were getting killed by a nightmare, and it sucked. And apparently it left one of those psychic blasts in the grav shaft, so we don't want to deal with that. That sucks. We're going to try to get its attention and scan it, because scanning it unlocks some really cool Typhon powers. That means it's about to shoot crap at us. We can probably just hide right here. We just need to make sure it does not open itself, or else now, for instance, we're kind of screwed. God, they really... So, the nightmare spawning is completely random. I think the only time the nightmare spawns according to the script is when it first shows up and January yelled...
Psionic aptitude available. Integrity damaged. New psionic aptitude available.
This might sound strange coming from me, but I admire what you did. You didn't have to help Chief Elazar and her people in the cargo bay, especially considering you intend to destroy the station. You gave them some hope, even if it's brief.
Okay. We died, and my microphone died. That effect. That is not. Maybe we can just. That. Whoops.
This might sound strange coming from me, but I admire what you did. You didn't have to help Chief Elazar and her people in the cargo bay, especially considering you intend to destroy the station.
Yeah, that's really
You
great.
gave them some hope, even if it's brief.
Oh, okay, that sucked. No, there's no good way to say it. That really sucked. Don't need blue cannon. Do want to fix this electric junction. Do want to eat some Transtar, whatever, sardines. No power to the recycler. Lost power to the recycler. Let's just leave that guy alone for now. Meanwhile, are we still recording? I'm paranoid again. Yeah, we are. Some random dim sum. Oh, power outage. I could fix that turret, I guess. Remember how to turn the power back on. I think that's all we needed to do to get into life support, or get into like the reactor, but kind of want to take care of that voltaic damage. wish there was a way I could just deploy the turret down, but that would require a working grav shaft.
Especially considering, well, considering you intend to destroy the station.
I wouldn't be too
You gave
sure
them
about
some
that.
hope, even if it's brief.
Oh. So, there's not a lot we can do while the power is out. So, I do want to... We evade the night... Hey, what's this? Yep, that's right. Okay. Here's what the map of the area looks like. Kind of like a skull, kind of weird. If we look at Hardenbaffle's map, wherever it is, somewhere around here, Stabfellow. There we go. That's it. That leaves one more map we have to find, one more number, and then we get Abby's treasure. Be able to shotgun it. More difficult. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe we'll just go. Yep, that's probably the best course of action. You might see that as we're going on, this is getting slightly more difficult. Oh yeah, hey, cool, about that. For now, we're just gonna go. For one thing, because I'm basically out of Psi-Hypos, and for two... wait. Two things. I'm not even going to read this, but essentially it's about Ronald Reagan and the space program in the Soviet Union. And... oh, hey, this looks neat. Okay, I'm going to read this, though. The supervisor authoring this request certifies that all safety factors have been considered and are satisfactory. Request prepared by Dr. Tobias Frost. Area of work, life support water treatment, installation of psychoactive particle injector, henceforth PPI. I would like to get your approval to connect the PPI to the station water supply. In essence, the PPI will alter the composition of drinking water by 1 part per million by mixing exotic particles at regular intervals. Imbibing the water should positively impact psychoactive potential. Approval by Dr. Hans Kelstrup. So, we got a side quest. Psychic water. Oh, yeah, I forgot to fix that. Okay. There's the shock wire. We call it the shock wire because if you touch it, then you die. Okay. Out of ammo there. I've got the pistol I could use. Maybe I'll use a recycler charge. I don't want to waste my side. Figures. Just being around a Voltaic Phantom is enough to hurt you so badly that you just die when you go in the menu. But now I want to get up there because we've got 2 objectives. Getting that guy, and, yeah. You know what? I got a better idea. Whenever you run low on ammo, you can always count on your good friend, the turret. We'll just stick him up here and let him get to work. Really go to town on it. He's a hard worker, this hard-working turret is. Put that there. Fix it all better.
Eradicator auto turret version 0.7.6 online.
No idea why that keeps happening. I installed exactly what they brought down. You're doing just fine, Morgan. It's not you, it's the equipment. Okay, yeah. Eat some meal, eat some dim sum.
Scanning target type material inconclusive.
No, I haven't done it yet. EPI. Got ourselves a side quest. Press button. Power. Hopefully hear the sounds of a phantom dying in a second. Oops, well, that's okay. Probably will kill my turret if it hasn't already. Yeah, it already killed my turret. So we'll eat some more food, and then, try shooting it. Oh, crap. Once again, I forgot, just being on the same general area tends to be bad for your, as these things tend to be bad for your health. Alright, then we're just gonna go. But at least we have something. Why did I go through that random derail? Well, normally there's some weird little corruption around that thingy that doesn't let us through. For some random reason, there's like a technopath that won't let you through. And it happens to be in the waste treatment facility. Early models of this nuclear reactor had stability in output, but are mostly resolved with careful maintenance and upkeep. I like to think this is like the Volvo of nuclear reactors. It'll last for a good 10 or 20 years with regularly scheduled maintenance like oil changes, brake replacements, transmission fluid flush. Only, for reactors of the nuclear kind.
I know you didn't visit the reactor much. You're always locked away in your workshop. But I can track you through your bracelet and guide you from here.
Sounds like a plan. I'd say it's a pretty efficient way to deal with all that. Good cop, good cop. The typical interrogation suspect portrayed by entertainment media is stubborn, clever, or even arrogant, entering into a verbal sparring match with the interrogating officer. While this makes for good drama, it's a poor representation of actual cases. It's important to note that the majority of suspects want to talk. Let them. Provide some prompts, but only to keep the words flowing. Do not attempt to direct them, but just keep them talking. My experience, and case studies back this, has been that most people will move toward the information you want to know if you just listen to them and reaffirm their assumptions when they need it. That explains a lot. Explains the expression, give them enough rope to hang themselves. Have we read this one? Yep, we read it. That's the one where they find him at... Uh-oh. No, come back! Mine Jack 3. If they wanted to spend money on it, they spend hero mods on Mine Jack. We got hacking. Gibson! Get a map. Access. I don't think we need to track anybody down right now, but if we do, it's nice to know we have access to the station. Hey now.
Inspecting. Your suit's leaking. I'll patch that for you when I'm done.
Got eaten by the Typhon. Hey, there's a couple of neuromobs on the other side of that door.
You were looking for me?
Yeah, what's the story on Michaela's office?
I filed an incident report.
Well, I'm sure it's a page turner, but I don't have time. I need to get a crew on the other side of that breach.
So what's the problem?
Problem is, it's blacker than my blood. Well, at the bottom of a well in there.
The grounding resistor malfunctioned. Swap a new one and you should have your lights. Is that all?
Hey, you sound rattled. What's up?
I tried replacing the resistor yesterday.
And?
And it just melted into some kind of goo. Smelled like fried ass.
Shit, man. That's not in the report, is it?
I need to get some sleep. My shift's over anyway. Maybe you'll have better luck.
Well, we don't have the repair skill to fix this grounding resistor, but that's okay. This is a good time as any to save. Yep, there's another mimic, but they ran away from us. I broke something. No, just leave it alone. Why am I sneaking around? Because aside from the mimics, I'm pretty sure this big, large area with lots of tubes that look suspiciously like a brewery probably has some other stuff going on. Like that. We'll just whack and unravel. Well, that's what we were gonna do. Oh, well. Fine. I think it saved after we got the transcribe. This might be time for me to stop this video. I can usually tell when I've played too much for one session when I start getting careless. Of course, that's basically any time I play, so, Hey! Jump through these all day? I mean, I'm assuming, but then again, if I could, I'd basically jump through them and never stop. Good thing they're flame retardant. I see a phantom. And now he sees me. That's bad. We'll just sneak around and maybe see if he... Okay. More fire. That's cool. That's probably where another phantom is. Oh, well, so much for making short work of it. Not like not like me. It doesn't look like my ass. Ugh. Jeez. Okay, we're gonna take one last try to get in that area. Still don't have the ability to fix the grounding position.
Vital signs critical.
See if we can hide down. Oh, yep, we can hide down here. And the rock cried out, no hiding place.